We in the building. Come get this work, Mobcast family. General Africa speaking. Take a sip of this water. Man, I'm tired as hell, y'all. I am tired as hell, but Coach will come in. He will hold me down. Coach Shelton Harrison has my back. He will hold me down, and we will get it started, man. In a couple minutes. We're going to let some of the family get in here. Hold up. Let me go to so I got my other tab up here. Okay. We got 4 people watching. Smash that like button, family. Mary Thomas. What's up, Mary? What's going on? Mary, put in your email. Give it to me anyway, even if you don't come, if you decide not, you know what I'm saying, if you got something going on. But if you want to come in, I'll send you a link too. But put your email in here. George Page, what's good, brother?
Hey man, hey, how you doing? Salute to the general. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, I wish I was home today, but you know, well, let me let you hear something real quick.
No problem, man. No problem.
Yeah, I'm at the club. Yeah, the guy asked me if I come in on Thursday, so
You got work today?
Yeah, I got to work. But like I said, it's not going nowhere. It's kind of slow right now. It's just we got a few girls, some people coming in, but not much. So I can take a little time out and have fun with y'all fellas. I know I hate missing last Thursday. I like to wild out. When we get to do the Mobcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's all good, man. And it is what it is. I appreciate you coming through, though, homie.
Yeah, that's no problem, brother.
Hey,
no
Mary,
problem,
I'm about to send you the link now.
Yeah,
Reggie the Tree, what's good, homie?
Mary Thomas, Queen of Shade.
Yeah, I just got off, man. I just got off work myself, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it is, man. Hold on, let me send this link right quick.
Yeah.
Send this link right quick.
Yeah.
We are in the building, man.
Like I said, it's just kind of like now it's a little slow. The club used to be pumping back in the day, but the last few years it's kind of fallen off a bit. More people.
Shoot, how much time you got, man? I mean,
I got a good amount of time. Like I said, we're not really doing anything right now. It's just we got a few girls here. The guys will kind of take their time to come when they want to come. So
okay.
That's how it's been done. So I can take a few minutes, and if I need to, I just put it on mute and come back every now and then.
Hey man, that sounds good to me. We got XA got you. What's good, brother?
Yeah, XA.
How much time you got?
I got a good amount of time. Like I said, we're not really doing anything right now. Just
hey, you get a little bit of feedback.
You got to put your
a little bit of feedback, XA.
Yeah. I got to put that thing on mute, XA.
Back every now and then. Hey man, that sounds good to me. We got XA got you, man. What's good? I muted you right quick. We're not really doing anything now. Hey, XA, right quick. Oh, what's good, brother? There's some static coming through on your end.
Yeah.
1 second.
So with your mic, XA?
Let me see. Because I'm looking at this.
So I need some sound.
Hold up. Let me see.
We have the Queen of Shade in our presence. Bow to the Queen.
We got Mary Thomas in the building. Hey, XA, try leaving and then come back in.
You might
yeah, because your mic. Yeah, you're kind of low.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey man, we gonna get started, man. We got Mary in the building. Mary Thomas, what's going on, sis?
Hey guys, panel, Gucha, George, everyone.
Hello.
How are you guys today?
I'm good.
Bow to the Queen.
I'm glad to be here with y'all.
Yeah.
Dennis Espinosa, what's good, homie? The Underrated Darkness, what's good, brother?
Our Lord Merlin.
Hey, Underrated, man. You can always jump on too. Let me know, homie.
Yeah.
And Dennis, I sent you an email if you want to jump on. But I decided to title this Mobcast Levels to this, man. And I don't know if any of you have heard kind of the pre-hype talk between Daniel Cormier and the Black Beast, but it's the Black Beast. He said some interesting things, man. I want to get you guys' opinion on this. He thinks, the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, he said that Daniel Cormier, he believes that Daniel Cormier is afraid of John Jones. Now,
I want to know what that got to do with him. What that got to do with him getting his ass whooped when he in the cage with Cormier on the fight of the night. He need to shut the fuck up and start training, because he already don't even look good. Okay, until he got that knockout in his last fight, he was getting his big black ass whooped anyway. So I don't know why he's talking. I have no idea why he feels the need to run his mouth. He know he don't deserve a title shot anyway. He know he don't even deserve to be there. And yet he's sitting out. See, he's just talking worse and worse into a bigger L. He really just digging himself a deeper and deeper hole. And I'm just loving it. Like, I didn't even want to see this fight, yo. Derek Lewis against Daniel Cormier. That doesn't even sound right. Derek Lewis.
Here's the problem with
got ragdolled and got lucky at the end of a fight. Derek Lewis, the man need to sit down.
Here's the problem with this. Where they spent so much time focused on Khabib and Conor, it should have went ahead and already had something put together. And he shouldn't even be fighting, Derek Lewis. He should fight maybe, he should be fighting for the lightweight title against Gustav or maybe John Jones. Now, the thing about John Jones is just that Derek Lewis is trying to get into DC's head. But DC's not worried about John Jones. He knows they're eventually going to meet each other. And, and it's like I said, while he has a title, he has 2 titles, he's enjoying himself. But, the thing is that this is a big fear about Derek Lewis. He could probably win that title. Even though he don't deserve a title shot, he might win it. DC, he's a good fighter. Unless he take it to the ground, he submits DC. But if the Black Beast hits him with that right, like he did that Volkov dude, and put him to sleep, then it's over. And everybody's going to be all, like, hey, say, hey, you lost your guy who fought 3 weeks ago and didn't even have full camp.
This is the thing that's going on right now, and this is why I have to bring this up. This is why Cormier has the resume that he has. That's why he's considered, this is the reason why Cormier is considered, one of the greatest to ever, step aside the octagon. Because I'm telling you guys right now, man, Cormier is going to no, shit, I can curse. This ain't.
Yeah. This is not Coach
Cormier gonna fuck Derek Lewis up. I'm just calling it right now.
Exactly. Exactly.
DC is gonna fuck Derek Lewis up. And I'm really worried about Derek Lewis right now, man, for real, because people are talking about Cormier saying all the right things. It's more than that. This dude's training, and while Derek Lewis is doing promos for Popeye's Chicken, man.
Oh God!
And
not Popeyes.
Yeah, I want the brother to get his money. I guess he got something, free Popeyes for the rest of his life. Maybe some other stuff. That's cool.
I'm on KFC.
I just don't know if Derek Lewis is really taking this fight seriously, man. And I mean, DC talked about it. He's like, Derek Lewis has even come out saying that, you can't take some of the, the stuff that he says seriously. And I mean, is he serious right now, or is he just bullshitting? Is Derek Lewis going to come after this fight, say, well, I didn't train and this and that? Dude, listen, you got guys like me, got guys like Coach, got people on this panel, everybody saying, look, you're a tough dude, man. You took this fight on short notice. That's admirable. That's great. We've said all the right things about that. But if you come out here, man, and you could say some BS shit about, I didn't take this fight seriously, then I mean, I don't know what to say. Because Cormier is taking this fight seriously, man. He was just quoted saying, I'm going to try to rip Derek Lewis apart. DC is not taking Derek Lewis lightly. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, he's not. To anybody out there thinking that DC is not taking the Black Beast seriously, I got to disagree with you. I have to, I have to. And Derek Lewis is saying he thinks Cormier thinks it's going to be an easier fight. I don't know, because DC and this is another thing, and really pay attention to this. DC understanding that it's more than just the physical. It's more than just the training. It's the mental aspect. It's understanding the mindset, the behavioral science, the psychology of the opponent. And DC said something that really resonated with me. He's like, listen, Derek Lewis, I mean, this guy won a heavyweight belt a couple years after, getting out of prison. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think Derek Lewis is going to lay down. Anybody thinking that, I have to disagree with you. But a guy that can get to this level, the highest echelon, after, years of being in prison where you deteriorate, you're not doing anything, mentally you're down, you're surrounded by negativity, surrounded by hate on top of hate, like Tyson said, hate on top of hate on top of hate. It's hate everywhere. And to come out of that and to be able to achieve this type of greatness, a guy like that is just not going to lay down. But all that being said, I'm just not seeing it, man. But, you guys go ahead. I mean, it's just so do you guys think that DC's taking, this fight? DC's going to be prepared for this fight and he's taking Derek Lewis seriously?
I think he is, because that's what every fighter should do. He knows very well not to underestimate any fighter. And honestly, underestimating any fighter at all never goes well, if you notice. Like, they always end up getting finished, they end up losing, they don't know what to do. They didn't prepare for the fight because they thought it was a walk in the park. So, no, I don't. DC is professional enough to where he can respect the man. Even if he feels like he could beat him with one arm and his eyes closed or whatever, he still respect him and train for him like you would any other fight. However, DC can see that in Lewis, but maybe not as big of a challenge as all the other fighters he's had to go up to. Like, he's had to face up to, like Jones or even Stipe, because, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even see Lewis. I don't see Lewis getting that far with Daniel, but Daniel still has to train for it. It's what a fighter does. You do what you're paid to do. You're supposed to come prepared. Doesn't matter what you think of the fighter. That's your job. You can't just go in there overweight, bad weight cut, didn't practice shit, didn't jab nothing, didn't hit no pads, nothing. That's super unprofessional. So maybe Daniel might not think much of Lewis, but I don't think he's underestimating him.
Yeah, and I think that when you've been through what Derek Lewis has been through, you have to have humor in your life. You can't take certain things seriously. So I don't want people to think I'm really jumping on, because I got love for Derek Lewis. But I mean, he's even admitted it that, I don't do this, I don't do that. And it's the fight game, man. I mean, you can't, this is how seriously I take this fight. You're going against, Cormier, you're going against DC, and it's levels to this. But we got my boy Dennis Espinosa, the man, the legend. What's going on, Dennis?
How about you, my Lord Merlin?
Hey, King George.
Just Dennis, just general thoughts going into this fight. Ideas, just anything interesting that kind of just came into your mind about this fight. What do you think going into it?
It's an interesting fight. It's like, it shouldn't be that competitive really, but has a lot of interest. And one thing about I like several things about Lewis.
Uptown real quick. He said be back. Uptown real quick.
All right. Okay, go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah, I like a lot of things about Lewis. Lewis doesn't pretend to be anything he's not. He's an honest man. He talks. He is who he is, and he doesn't pretend to be more than he is. And he's going to go out there, and he said it himself. And he says things that other fighters wouldn't say, even if they believed it. He basically says, if I win, great. If not, I'm going to get my money. And that's right from the horse's mouth. Again, he doesn't pretend to be anything he isn't. And what you see is what you get, and I can respect that.
Yeah, I love that comment, man. Because if people, okay, I won't say that. Look, I don't like Joanna JJ, and I'm going to bring her up for a second. But I don't know if people know, but one thing I do like how she talks shit. I do. And the fact that, for a real long time, I felt like she would, do anything. And I mean, there's questions about that now, but I mean, I still like the fact that, all things being said, that look, she ain't no queen to me, but it's funny to me that she says she's not afraid to say bow down to the queen. So I can respect that, and so that part about Derek Lewis, he's genuine. He doesn't come in here with this locker room lawyer stuff, and Cormier doesn't either. Cormier is a real dude. But he doesn't come in. Well, it's just a fight, and then this and that. Just the same. Most like with those NFL guys is it's just a good game, and it's a good victory. Worked hard, played hard. And it's like, come on, dude, you're making me fall asleep, dude. Just say what you want to say. The hell with what people think. I mean, yeah, we're gonna come on here because that's what we do, and we're gonna dissect certain things. But look, I got respect for the fact that he does speak his mind. But we got my brother PK, boxing MMA in the building, man. What's going on, homie? Let me get your just general insights going in to this fight. General thoughts, whatever, man. Whatever comes to your mind.
General Africa, salute, brother. Hey, thank you so much for having me on the panel, and salute to the whole panel, man. Mary, George, Dennis, XA, man. Good to see y'all.
PK.
How's everybody doing, man?
Great.
All right, brother.
Good evening.
Awesome. Well, so yeah, I actually am really excited about this fight because it's kind of weird. Like on paper, yes. For the record, I'm picking DC. But the thing about Derek Lewis is like, and I definitely agree with what Mary said. Like, DC is a professional, and I think as a professional, he's going to train accordingly. Like, Daniel Cormier hasn't gotten to the point where he is without taking each fight seriously. And I'm looking at his record, and it's pretty damn incredible. But anyway, yeah. So as far as this fight, yeah, Derek Lewis, it's so weird because there are points where he just looks fucking terrible. It's like, dude, how are you ranked as how are you even in these fights? And then all of a sudden, fucking bada boom, and like you're just fucking like looking at the lights. So that is there. That element is there. It's not like to make a long story short, I think Derek Lewis has a good puncher's chance. It's just a puncher's chance, but it's a good puncher's chance because he does hit so hard. And I think guys can kind of get like lulled to sleep by how shitty he looks sometimes, but he just has that power, and it's just so sneaky. It just comes out of nowhere, man. And it's legit. Like it is serious power. He's tied with Kane for like the most heavyweight knockouts. So, but I'm looking at Cormier's record, and it's crazy. Like his last 5 or 6 fights: Anthony Johnson, Alexander Gustafsson, Anderson Silva, Rumble again. He lost that one to John Jones, but then Volkan and Stipe. I mean, goddamn, like that's pretty incredible to me. So I mean, for DC is definitely one of the greatest. So this is not really a question for me as far as like a breakdown or like who am I picking. Anything can happen. Yes, Derek Lewis could go in there and knock Cormier out. He has that power, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think DC is going to wax him, and I think there's just so many ways he can win. I don't really know how it's going to go down, but DC is so he has real power. He has really good dirty boxing. His wrestling is fucking second to none. It's Olympic level wrestling, and he has a good submission game too. He submitted Rumble twice. He submitted Dan Henderson. So I mean, this is no question for me is who I think is going to win this. But it is an interesting fight because of that element of Derek Lewis's power, and you just don't know when it could come out and just change things in an instant. So I'm excited for this one personally.
Yeah, man, me too, man. But yeah, I gotta say this one thing, and PK, you kind of spoke to this. You look at not Derek Lewis. You look at Cormier's record, look at his resume, everything. All the people he's fought, fighting John Jones twice. And I wish I had this guy's name up here. I wish I had his name, the name of the guy that said this. And I don't think he was trying to be disrespectful. Let me go to the thing right quick. But it was on BJ Penn, and the author of the article, he said something. I was like, I don't know if that's true or not. He basically was talking about how, everybody's, so many people are, kind of looking past this fight, and to a degree that's true, and wondering, well, what's going to happen with Brock Lesnar and Cormier and this and that. But he said something that I'm gonna give you the quote. He said, "At the same time, we both know and he's referring to Cormier, wouldn't have accepted a fight with John Jones on such short notice, especially not when he couldn't even make a fist." Okay, so that was in relation to people saying that to Lewis saying that Cormier is afraid of John Jones. I don't know if that's true. I really don't. And Cormier is disputing that. So you're saying that for sure. No, everybody knows that that Cormier wouldn't fight John Jones on short notice, especially when he couldn't. I don't know, because I've seen people get into the octagon, and I mean, Cormier said he wasn't even offered a fight against John Jones. He said, nobody told me to fight John Jones. I don't think Derek believes it. Blah 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 blah. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not really feeling some of I don't know, because if you look at Cormier's record, you look at who he's fought. This guy fought John Jones twice. I don't know if he's afraid of, he's afraid of fight with John. I just don't see it. But anyway, let me go to you, XA. Gotcha. What are your just general thoughts going to this fight, man? And just go from there.
Well, like I said, man, Derek Lewis has a punching chance, and basically, I agree with everything that PK said, man. Everybody thinks that the way that Derek Lewis looks, man, he could look bad, then he just comes out of nowhere. He hits you with that great equalizer. But like I said, man, I think DC is gonna take this fight, and I think DC might pretty much get Derek Lewis out of there early, because we all know how dangerous Derek Lewis with that right hand. So, but yeah, man, if DC, I mean, like I said, if Derek Lewis pulls it off, then hey, he pulled it off because it's MMA. Anything could happen. But we all know that Derek Lewis just basically got the contract with the Popeye Chicken. And I want to ask you guys, do you guys think that Derek Lewis will retire after UFC 230? Because now that he got the deal with Popeye, I mean, do you think that he wouldn't need to go and do UFC anymore? I just want to at least ask you guys, what you thought about that,
I'll tell you what, it would make it super convenient if he did end up winning against DC, because not only did he win against DC, he retired a champion, and DC isn't even going to get to rematch and get the belt. That would be so ironic.
Yeah.
The thing was with that, if he becomes a champion, he has to fight. So, one problem is that he can't wear the Popeye's chicken on his uniform unless he goes play for Bellator or LFA, where he can walk around wearing Popeye's chicken on his shorts. But that's the only way it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Popeye's chicken is popular in New York, though. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, Tay Tay?
Hey, Tay Tay, what's up?
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
I'm trying to figure out if he gets money out of it. I mean, I wanted him to. I legitimately do, but I don't know if it's just free Popeyes or what. I think Derek Lewis is letting Popeyes off the hook a little bit.
Yeah,
you better get some cash.
I'll be right over there at Popeye's chicken.
Yeah,
Hey, General.
What's going on?
Yo, General.
What's going on?
General, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If DC loses, do you think he should retire?
If it depends on how he loses. If he gets beaten down throughout the fight, maybe. But if it's just a brutal
no way.
Yeah, you know what?
No fucking way.
He's 39.
Why should he retire?
What more? Okay, I'll put it like this. It depends on him. It depends on what he wants to do. Because he knows his body.
And he still has the light heavyweight title, and then him and John Jones rivalry, that's still big money for him, because the first fight John beat him, and then the second fight John beat him, but then they withdraw because he was caught with roids in his system. A third fight, that's gonna be the big money. So why walk away from making bigger money when you're still a champion with another belt?
Well, a few things. Cormier wouldn't accept a short notice fight with Jones because it's pretty risky. He can't risk a third loss.
Right.
I'll say it again. The defense of Jones, what they popped him for wouldn't have helped him anyway. but it had to been taken the day of the fight or the day after the fight. So it wouldn't have been helped him anyway in that fight. But Cormier has to be totally prepared for a third fight because he doesn't want to lose a third time. If he loses a third time, then he might as well retire. As far as Lewis isn't going to beat down Cormier in any universe. He's not going to have the gas.
Yeah.
It'll have to be that lucky punch if he wins. But I think Lewis is taking it more as seriously as Lewis can take anything. He's taking it serious. He's actually the second thinnest he's been in his career. So he's lost some decent weight, and he's doing his best he can on the aerobics on such short notice.
Yeah,
I think he's taking it very seriously too.
Yeah, I sure hope he is. I hope he is. I got one second. Let me go to Genesis. She's been waiting patiently. What's going on, sister, man? It's great to have you in here. What's going on, Genesis?
Oh, nothing. Hey, people, just sitting back, just listening.
Yeah, I saw you
Genesis.
Over there. Hey.
I see you over there, Genesis, and it looks like Coach is having some difficulties because it keeps on coming in and out. But Coach is gonna get it figured out, and but Genesis, what are your thoughts just going to this fight?
Well, I really want Derek to win because we're from the same city, so that would be amazing for Houston, Texas. But I mean,
no doubt.
I just don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't. Because he haven't even had long enough to even work on his cardio. What, he had like 4 weeks? And the whole time he was out here, he really wasn't even training like that. So
I was just gonna ask you if you know what I mean.
I mean, because his boxing coach is, I know him, we finna start working together on some stuff, but he haven't, I don't know. I just feel like certain people have gotten to certain places within sports, not just let alone MMA, just through lucky shots. Think about it. Think about how many MMA fighters we have that are really trash. They really are, and I can say that they're trash. Their skills are like on a scale of 3 to 5. I mean, some kind of way they just keep getting lucky by the grace of God, but that luck is gonna run out really soon.
Only person who got through something without even getting a lucky shot would have been Paige Van Cant. 0 Paige Van Cant.
I remember a fight with it was Pat Barry against Czech Congo. Now Pat was really putting a whooping on Czech, but Czech somehow survived and put him out to sleep.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
This is the thing, and Genesis makes some good points. And then I'm gonna go to you, Coach. But Genesis brings up some good points. I mean, listen, one thing with Derek Lewis, I got love for both of these dudes, man. And if Derek Lewis wins, I'll be, ecstatic. If DC wins, I'll be ecstatic. But Derek Lewis does look for that knockout punch a lot, and to a certain degree, there is luck that goes into it. But one thing I will say about Lewis, and I think you weren't on the call yet, Genesis, but one thing that really can't be measured, and I think we all can relate to this is, and DC brought this up, the sentence that the time that Lewis spent in prison, the hate, the misery, the pain, to get through that and then to come out and get to this point, that is what it's like. You missed that big punch, right? You shouldn't be throwing that. You shouldn't be looking for it. You ain't throwing jabs. Your cardio ain't, but you keep on throwing the punch. Okay, whatever. But you don't give up throwing the punch. Like, you keep on doing it. Yeah, is it silly? Is it stupid? Is there luck to it? Yeah, but it's just the fact that a lot of people would just tap out or just like, oh, I'm gassed out. I mean, you look at the fight between Dada 3, what was it, 3000 and Kimbo? And no disrespect to them. Yeah, it was just like, what in the world? And it's like, but
I saw that fight. It was just like,
that fight was so bad.
It was just, I think that was a fight that pretty much killed Kimbo. He died no more, maybe a month or so after that fight.
Exactly. But it was like Lewis just kept on.
What's his name was legally dead after that fight. They had to bring him back to life.
Yeah, because he was laid out. He was laid out.
One second, guys. Let me go to you, Coach. The man of the hour, the legend. himself.
Coach Adamas.
Just general thoughts going into this
Coach,
fight.
salute.
I know Coach wants to jump in on this.
A legend. Ain't no legend. I'm a guy that put up YouTube videos.
Well, you're a
Right.
legend to us, damn it.
No, I'm
Yep.
not. Man.
You are a messiah, Coach.
Every
We are
guy-
a legend. You're
I'm
you're
not-
you're
I'm
you're
not-
you're you're the to the Rocky.
Coach, you're a
Hi,
legend in
Coach.
our hearts. You're a legend
I
in our
promise
hearts.
I'm never gonna own that one, buddy. Hey man, hey, I'm gonna just be right here, put these videos up. That's what I'm gonna do and stay on their necks.
Hey,
That's it.
I'm gonna be watching and commenting and talking shit at the same time.
What's up?
He's a legend that puts
No,
up
man.
YouTube videos.
Put me in, Coach.
You're a
Coach.
legend to me, Coach.
But you don't
Put me
want
in,
to.
Coach.
You don't want to be the Messiah.
Hey, nah, we need the Dennis Espinosa theme song. That's what we need up in here.
What's the Batman quote? Is the hero we need but don't deserve, or something like that?
Yes.
That's Coach.
Yes. Let me. Hey, Jim, you taking my lines. You're taking my lines now.
Oh man, Coach, like don't put that legend on me, man. I'm just,
No,
But
If
go
Batman was a
ahead.
hero that they want you. Yeah.
go in, Coach, because I know you want to say a few things.
yeah, about this whole, Derek Lewis and versus hold on guys, I'm getting a little closer. Hold on, I'm multitasking. Man, this is just not a good thing for Derek Lewis, y'all. I know everybody loved Derek Lewis, and everybody believes that Derek Lewis got this puncher's chance. But listen, y'all, come on, let's go to reality, okay? This man is an ass whooping that's just waiting on the day to happen this weekend, okay? This man is an ass whooping that's gonna happen, okay? Listen, I know we don't want Derek Lewis to get beat up. I like Derek Lewis, okay? I like him, but if he is dependent on his right hand to just magically catch DC, now he could. He's got a puncher's chance. But this is Daniel Cormier, and he's not John Jones, okay? That's just how that is, okay? I like DC, but soon as you punch him in the stomach or kick him in the stomach, dude is off to the races. I mean, he's gone. He's out of there, okay? I mean, I don't know. Can we trust Derek Lewis to get himself in shape? No, he's never done it his whole career, y'all. He's never gotten in shape. This is a dude that's used to fighting up in the streets. Got respect for him. They put him in the octagon, and look, he just beating their ass. That's what Derek Lewis has done in this sport. He's a man that fought on the streets, y'all, on the toughest streets where he from in Texas. Got in the octagon, whooping ass in the octagon. But see, guys, that's gonna run out, y'all. That's gonna run out. I mean, God, dog.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis, what the hell is he doing? And see, and I respect the man for taking this fade because, we got Bojangles who turned down the fade. And I know people don't want to hear that, okay? But Bojangles, in the reality, she turned it down. She said, I will fight. Yeah, I'll fight whoever. Yeah, just put me in there. But then when they say, hey, we want to make a main event on this card, Bojangles, you in? She said, no, I'm not in. I need the full camp. So now that we got all of this, Derek Lewis said, hey, I'm in. So I respect Derek Lewis, y'all. I respect the man. But he going to get his big ass whooped, y'all. That's just how that is. That's just how it is. Okay?
Yeah. I think you're right, man. And I'm worried about brother, man. I am, man.
I have one thing though
Go
about
ahead.
the John Jones things because the second fight Jones finished Cormier, but it ended up being a no contest because they caught illegal substances in his system or whatever. So the thing is though, even despite all that, should that win still count? Because to me, I mean, a win is like it kind of depends on how the steroids, you know what I mean? Like it kind of depends on how the steroids help you.
Yeah, I mean, and I see what you and Dennis are saying. I understand like the half-life and this and that. I get that, but to me like if you have anything other than kind of like marijuana, it's just like okay, man. I mean, because it's like okay, like DHEA, does it really work? But they banned it. So I mean, should there be another look at some of these things? Yeah, but
No,
either
it's not exactly that. That's it's not exactly that I'm not
yeah.
saying he should be able like he should be allowed to take steroids. That's stupid.
No, I know.
I mean even like how he won, because the way how he won, that's not something that steroids can help you with. I'm pretty sure Jones have trained for that kick. He's trained kicks and punches like that. Even the power, Jones has already always had the power there. So to take the win away for that, I mean, I agree with it. Like, I'm not saying he should get away with it, but in my mind, a win is still a win because of how it happened. Like he used his brain, not the muscle, not just the muscles. Like he used his brain to trick Cormier. He feinted, like he feinted the strikes, made Cormier duck down, and that's how he won. So it's like, I mean, yeah, it's a no contest, but stylistically, that night at that very moment, Jones was still the better fighter.
And
Just
psychologically, it has a big impact in my mind for both of them, as far as confidence for Jones and the question in his mind for Cormier. What he took or what he ingested wouldn't have helped him at all. And it's sort of ironic because Cormier, like 3 4 months beforehand, actually talked about that kick, same kick that knocked him out that night. So it's sort of interesting. But psychologically, it definitely is a win.
I agree and I disagree because I agree and I disagree with what Mary said because I think the win should be taken away from Jones because yes, he trained for that technique and he trained for the fact that DC dipped his head in that direction. So it shouldn't be taken away. But yes, if he was on something, that can absolutely help him land that technique that he trained for much quicker, and it can help him recover from his training much quicker. So if he was on something that was helping him, that could definitely help him land that kick. But he trained for it, so it's both. So that's why with the steroid thing, like, yeah, I don't know for a fact if Jones popped for something, but I'm sorry, man. Like, fool me once, shame on me, or whatever. Shame on you, whatever the saying is. But that's how I feel.
Hey, PK, what Bush say? You fool me, won't get fooled again.
Yeah,
Or whatever it was.
They're
But
saying,
no,
I
yeah, definitely. And I'm kind of no, I get messed up too, but I'm kind of leaning towards PK, and because this is the thing. I mean, listen, the scientists can't. I mean, okay, you can measure whatever they got that show with the measuring your acceleration and force and this and that. Okay, but the scientists really don't know. Nobody, John Jones really doesn't know. But the one thing I can say with pretty confidently is that PEDs, and I don't even know what PED he had. I don't know if it was a steroid or amphetamine or what. But depending on how long this guy was using it, the PED is not going to, if it does make you better, it's not going to make you necessarily, the difference isn't going to be in that fight necessarily. The difference is, man, this guy that's natural over here, that's maybe just has some soy muscle milk or something, that might not be, he had a tough workout. He might not be he doesn't want to work out the next day. But this other guy with maybe amphetamine, PED, steroid, whatever, you can get that workout and work out again and work out again and work out again. And that kick, that the placement was a little bit off, maybe because your focus wasn't there or just your strength wasn't there. Or, okay, now every day you're able to do that same kick and practice that same kick more and more. So now your muscle memory is there. So that's the thing. It's the lead up to it where all those repetitions, you're able to do more of those repetitions, to the extent that when you get into that octagon, it makes more sense. It just flows. So I see what you're saying, Mary, but I'm kind of leaning towards that because it's just like that's why it's like when you look at this stuff with the gray area, when you allow gray area, it's just like it's like the thing with Povetkin in boxing. I don't know if everybody's familiar with him, but he got caught with meldonium, and that's kind of like it's kind of like more of a Russian Eastern Europe type of drug. It's not really known over here, but people were talking about he only had 4 milligrams of this. Like, well, what? You know what I mean? And
well, first it's 4 milligrams, then it's 6 milligrams, then it's 10 milligrams. Then okay, shit, it's allowed. Like,
Right,
Like,
exactly. But I
Hey,
want to say,
Well, if you
hey, Jen.
read about it,
go ahead.
Yeah, General. I got a question for Mary Thomas.
Yeah.
This is yeah. There's another fight on this card that I'm actually looking forward to that I want to ask the sister. What is your thoughts on Derek Brunson versus Israel Erisani, John Jones' cousin? And do you think that he's ready to cocky?
that's so weird because every time I watch Israel fight, I was like, damn, he's kind of similar to John. See, I never would have thought they were related though. Damn. Okay. But yeah, that side note to the side, yeah, I think Israel can get it done. I think it's gonna be a pretty good fight, but I see Israel sort of edging it out if he doesn't keep on relying on just his take him to death. He's basically a black Joanna, but he he's good, like he's not just one dimensional. I just think he needs to sort of build the other compartments a little bit more before talking too much shit, basically.
Cool. So I
Okay,
want
I
to
got another. I got another.
go ahead.
Okay, go. Sorry. Yeah. And Roxy Manaferi said a win over Sarge Eubanks will probably get her a title shot. Do you guys agree or do you guys agree or not?
Oh hell.
What?
No,
what? Let,
No.
Something
Oh
let, let,
hell.
he
let me let Rugby Queen jump in because we got Rugby Queen here. Rugby
Hell no, they ain't gonna give her no title shot. Please.
She's not gonna get a title shot.
She need to sit
White
down. That's what she need
works.
to do.
I
What do you
can't
think,
believe
Rugby?
y'all asked that damn question.
Hey, Rugby Queen.
I don't see her getting a title shot. I think, in my honest opinion, I think she's gonna have to really work for it to really make a statement. Because, I mean, and this is just me. I mean, you guys know how Dana White is, but Sarge, effing coward, he's gonna make her work for it. I'll just put it
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
So when you
Uh,
fight
well,
the hand that feeds you, it doesn't really work out very well for you. So I think Jessica I and Caitlin Chikuyan, I think that's a number one contender match. I think one of them is gonna fight the winner
Valentina.
of Valentina and Joanna.
Yeah.
But Sarge, I think she's gonna have to get another fight or two in. If she gets through Roxy and Modafferi.
well, I totally agree, man. And that was a good question, XA. We might as well. I mean, I wasn't gonna talk, but we could talk about that. That's Tate. Let me go to you.
What's up?
I think Rachel needs to sit her ass down, man. See, Rachel Montefiore, and I'm gonna say this, and let me get your
Roxy.
insight. Okay?
You mean
Roxy.
Roxanne?
She's one of those people. She's one of those people that she won't say nothing. She won't advertise herself. She's not out there. Okay, it's not your personality, whatever. But then she'll turn down an interview with somebody that she deems small in the media, and it's like, well, what are you doing? Ain't nobody trying to come talk to you. Ain't nobody looking out for no damn Rachel Montefiore. And I ain't trying to be mean to her, but I'm just calling her how I see it. She thinks if she deserves a title shot, she beats Sarge. Sit your ass down. But go ahead.
No, I mean, I love Roxy, but if she thinks she's going to get a title shot after this, she's dreaming. I mean, I have nothing against Roxanne, but she's going to have to work her way to get that title shot. I'm just...
I don't think Roxanne should ever fight Valentina. They're saving her life.
To me, the fight between
like that.
to me the fight's like more like a soft touch fight.
Yeah, and this is gonna sound mean, and but it is what it is. I really don't care. You got people coming over here saying this person looks like this. This person, well, I mean, look, everybody's looks are different, man. Okay, but it's just it's funny how people come in here. They want to talk about people's that. Don't worry about their damn looks. Just worry about what they're doing in the damn octagon, man. Worry about what they're saying. Worry about what they're doing. All right. Well, let me go to you, George, because I know you've been out there back, or they got you at work at the club. Are you good?
It's slow right now, but we'll probably pick up in a bit. But like I said, like this, we know this how to figure that. Roxanne fight with Sarge is more of a soft touch. You know, it's just something for them. You know, for her, so they get her ready for a fight with Caitlyn, because Caitlyn's fight with Jessica, that's a soft touch too. I think these two are probably going to be the number one contenders. They're going to fight for elimination match against Valentina after she beats up Bojangles. And I don't see that any other way. I mean, Roxy got two bad knees like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, she be fucked. She need one of those knee braces, man. It might chip your tooth or something, man. But let me go to you, Dennis. Do you think that Rachel? I mean, do you think what's up with Rachel? If she wins, I mean, okay. So say Rachel Montefiore beats Sarge. I mean, what do you think she should do?
Not fight Valentina for sure. Like I say, they're saving her life by not letting her have a title shot. They shouldn't let her have a title shot. I think Valentina's in the same situation as Cyborg is. There's a bit of distance between her and the number one contender. So I think whoever fights Valentina again needs to have a couple of victories in that top two or three.
For sure. All right, I want to go to this because I've been wanting to kind of talk about this. So Dana White came out, and I'm really not trying to just pick at straws or whatever, but he talked about Demetrius Johnson moving on. And look, I'm glad that Demetrius Johnson seems happy. So I have no beef, okay? It seems like it was mutual on both sides. Demetrius Johnson is happy. It's his I don't know if it's culture or something like that. He's over there. He's one of the main guys at one championship in Singapore. But Dana White came out on TMZ and he said, I'll just read the quote. If you look at it, the kid broke the record for most title defenses. I feel like he never really got the love and respect he deserved from the fans. I don't know if he was always thrilled being here. So hopefully he's a lot happier where he's headed now. His longtime trainer and coach is an executive over there. Okay, so Matt Hume. So maybe he'll be happier over there. I want to ask Genesis. I want to go to you.
Yeah, because I'm going to keep it real.
Yeah, go ahead. Because I have two different thoughts on it, but I'll let you speak first.
I only got one thought on it. Dana White he's a white piece of shit. He never treated Demetrius right. Think about it. He never really wanted too many black people holding titles anyway. I'm just going to say it like that, and I don't give a fuck about what nobody else on the panel say or feel about it, because that's 100% real and true. He treated that man like shit. That man worked his ass off for that company. So it wasn't even shit about the fans. You can't expect the fans to be behind your fighter if you're not even behind your fighter. He treated that man like shit. He treated him like fucking shit. So
Preach, Genesis.
It's the fans and all this and that. That's bullshit. Motherfucker, you ain't want him there. That's what it is.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck Dana White's bald egghead ass, man. Because he had a little bit of a smirk on his, maybe not a smirk, but kind of like you could tell that it was like, well, he didn't like it being here. Well, okay, everybody has to kind of put their own self out there, but damn it, can you help the guy? I mean, here you are saying, okay, so for instance, he has wins over. Let's go to the list. Why don't we? Let's see. Joseph Benavidez twice. I'm gonna butcher this name. Sounds Japanese, but I could be wrong. Kyogi Horiguchi, something like that.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Okay. So Ian McCall, John Dodson twice, Ray Borg or Borge. I don't know this guy. John Moraga, Wilson Race, and the aforementioned Cejudo. So this guy has all these wins over all these guys. He's doing all the right things. He's not being the bad guy like people say Floyd wasn't. He did play to that role to a certain degree. But he did all the right things. Said all the right things.
But you know what it was? He wasn't kissing Dana ass. Dana
exactly.
Well, and he's not a trash talker either.
Dana wants the
no, he's
Brazilians
not.
and the black fighters.
That's
all Dana wants is the Brazilians and the black fighters to kiss his ass, but ain't nobody kissing no ass. Especially when you're a person that came from the street and you came from nothing and you worked your way up to this point. You're not kissing nobody's ass, let alone not no white man. And
amen.
Keeping it real.
Demetrius Johnson worked a full-time job while he trained when he first got started in MMA.
Yeah,
so I completely agree 150% with what Genesis said. Dana White is a greedy white devil piece of shit. Like Demetrius Johnson was disgracefully underpromoted. Of course he's fucking happy. He's making more money. People are going to appreciate him more over there. Yeah, he's more happy because Dana White put him in a situation. I mean, this is ridiculous. Demetrius Johnson for Ben Askren? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, Demetrius Johnson, like, I've had my criticisms about DJ, but I can't help but say that he's one of the best to ever do it. And for being that talented, like, he was treated so dirty by Dana White. Like fuck Dana White. I could go on and on about him, but yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Well, I have no doubt that Dana White's racist. He just tries to hide it a little bit. He's a promoter. He should promote his champions. One issue with Demetrius, though, Demetrius has been heads and shoulders above all the competition, and so there's no real hasn't had any real dramatic fights, and he only lost his last fight, I believe, because he was fighting injured. In the rematch, I think he would beat Henry. I'm a Brown boy, so I'm saying I'm pretty objective. Dana
Are
White,
they
if you notice,
getting rid of the flyweight division?
more than likely.
That was the rumor. I don't know.
But this
that's the rule.
And Dennis brought up.
If you notice, Dana White's also always looking for the next great white hope.
I was just about to say, Dennis, and you brought up some great points. And somebody said, and I apologize about, maybe it was about beating everybody. It was somebody, I don't know, but beating everybody so easily. But it's like, well, is that what people want, though? Like, I mean, like, isn't that? And Coach, I'm gonna go to you. Like, so isn't that what people want? Because it's almost as if you're forced into this role of being the bad guy. It's like, why does Demetrius Johnson have to talk fucking shit? Go ahead, Coach. I'm kind of irritated by it because it's like, really? I mean, you can't say, well, market yourself. But then, I mean, when you do market yourself, and you're speaking your mind, now you're the great, what do they call it, Willie? The great excuse maker or the whiner, whatever.
Y'all saw what happened to Khabib, didn't y'all?
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, man. But go, Coach Cook, because I know you got some thoughts on this. And Coach likes Ben Askren, by the way. So, I mean, go ahead, because...
Yeah, I'm a Ben Askren fan. He got that hair that looks like he got on a helmet. But to be serious here, Demetrius Johnson was treated very poorly. He was winning, and you had these legions of racist ass fans, and that's just what it was. Okay, now I know people hate when Coach, man, well, you always gotta talk about race and race bait. Well, fuck you. Fuck your mama. Fuck the sperm that you came from. I mean, just fuck all that because I'm gonna call it out. If I see it, I'm gonna call it out. Okay. And that's what this is, man. People were hating on him, calling them names, Mighty Mouse Midget, Midget Monkey, all kind of stuff. But, there's no problem. There's not an issue, right? Of course, there's never an issue. Never an issue. It's just black people, we just complaining about this stuff. The UFC, they don't acknowledge the problem, okay? They've got a huge race and culture problem in the UFC, and I've said this since I started covering this crap. Is worse than boxing because you got a lot of good old boys that watch UFC. You got that 19 to 35-year-old white male that's watching the UFC, and and it's no disrespect to the white guys that's not racist, but there's an abundance of them that are, and so they fuck up the sport for everybody who really just want to really talk about the sport. My first video, I'll never forget this. I made a video on Valentina Shevchenko, and I said, boy, this damn Russian girl gonna whoop everybody's ass. See, I was calling this out for years. And so the first comment I get, one of the first ones I get is, man, I've never heard a black guy really talk about Valentina like that. I'm like, man, you blocked. But see, this is the kind of stuff, this is the kind of stuff that happens, okay? Some of the comments that y'all don't see, I'm gonna tell you, it's some of the stuff blow my mind and
devilish.
Well, yeah, it's just like demons, man. They're stalking you to death over a fighter. Now let's bring this back into retrospect. Okay, let's bring it back. So why was Demetrius Johnson treated so poorly? Matter of fact, they took his title, okay, which I thought that he was wrongfully robbed of his title. Okay, didn't give him a rematch. Okay, this man defended the belt almost more than anybody. The man didn't get a rematch. Okay, they're giving his rematch over to TJ Dillashaw. Now, see, how funny is that? They never had any intention. They didn't want this man to be champion. They kept doing everything they could to get the belt out of the guy. They kept trying to get him to move up in weight to fight TJ Dillashaw. When they see the nail that broke the whatever, the nail that broke the camel back is when he told Dana White no. He told him no. So this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. Until the UFC fixes their racing culture problem, then they're gonna always have this issue. And let me tell you who next. See, and this is where I really want to get into it. Okay, see, it was acceptable before I came along, before General Africa came along. See, it was real acceptable for people to talk shit about people like Cyborg, because they racist. We know it was okay. But see, now we have come in, and people on this panel, we've come in and we balanced it out. So now the people who they used to have their way talking about Cyborg and this and that, they have their way talking about Sarge Eubanks, they have their way talking, they can't do it anymore. Because now this channel is flooding YouTube, okay? We flooding YouTube with videos and comments, okay? That's actually checking these races. We putting them right in their place where they need to be, under our foot. That's where they got to be. So with the whole thing, Demetrius Johnson will probably be happier, but there's going to be a void in Demetrius Johnson's brain. It's a void. You know what? I want to know if I can beat Henry Cejudo. Like, I really want to know. I really want to go fight for my belt again. See, when you're a champion, y'all, when you are a champion and you lose like that and you get right, no, in your mind, you're thinking, I got to go to war. I got to go to war. I got to get that belt back. That's what he's going to be thinking, y'all.
Definitely.
And every day of his life when he wake up, he's going to know that he never got a chance to fight Henry Cejudo again. He's going to always wake up knowing that he was robbed. Why was he robbed? Because you got a bald-headed Mr. Clean Bean bastard who forehead looked like he having an erection, Dana White. He's there. And he holds grudges, throws his fighters under the bus. Okay, y'all seen everything. Then he get happy. He get happy when Super Saiyan level 3 Goku stage Norcut pisses. Oh, he's happy. This is Dana White, John. This is the UFC, and this is what we have here. But see, with all of us on the panel making an effort and putting that word, see, we're gonna balance this thing out. And I'm talking about guys, we're gonna balance it out to the point where anything they say, it's gonna get checked. And last thing is this, okay? And then when you have Joe Rogan making stupid comments, hey, who is Sarge Eubanks? You bald-headed, dent-head fuck. What you mean? Who is? Like you don't watch the Tough Show. Like you're not watching the Tough Show. The people Joe really don't watch the Tough Show. But then I go and do research. Joe Rogan has been covering the Tough Show for years. Years. He's been covering the show. Joe Rogan is not an idiot, okay? This man knows his MMA. That's why they pay him millions of dollars to commentate. Because he do know who the fighters are. Don't tell me this. But I tell you what, we're going to get to the point when Joe Rogan say anything stupid, y'all. The Mobcast, my channel, General Africa channel, Rugby Queen, anybody making videos, PK, we're going to be checking them. As soon as they say something dumb, we're going to be the balance. And then they're going to have to retract it. Or they're going to talk about us on their show. Well, you heard about that General Africa guy? Yeah, General Africa on his channel, he disagrees with everything I say. Coach, damn Coach, if I saw Coach, I could whoop Coach's ass, but I hit him with Coach Junior. But see, that's the thing, man. That's what's going to happen. We just got to keep pushing. We got to keep pushing. We'll get justice for fighters like Demetrius Johnson. We'll get justice. We got justice for Chris Cyborg. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Where were we 2 years ago when we first started this narrative? Look, man, Cyborg is a good person, okay? She's a hell of a fighter. Why people dogging out? What we do, man? We started pushing Cyborg Nation. We started. Then we went on to some of the other fighters. Alexa Grasso, Randa Marcos. You see, guys, we are the voice right now, us. So people like Demetrius Johnson, guys, we got to keep pushing so they won't get shitted on. And not without a fight. Not without a fight.
Yeah, man. And I'm just so sick and tired of it. And Coach, while we're at it, and public service announcement, and this is why I love this panel, because we really get into the real. So, just in case, any of the haters are watching, this is the public service announcement. If you get upset or offended by calling out racism, just leave. Just leave now. Don't even, no hard feelings. Just leave now, because there's probably something up with you. Okay? Did somebody say something? Oh, okay, I thought somebody said something. But I have a quick question. Does let me get this real quick, man. Oh my God, I don't know
what's that.
I don't. He's at the club or something, man. But okay,
Who is that?
That was
The hell
George,
was
man.
it?
That was George.
I
He's
hear
at
a lot of ignorance in the background.
Oh shit! I was like, who are you?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. But okay, so Dana White, by the way, he got ran out of Boston by Whitey Bulger. It shows how much of a coward he is. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to Jesse Holland from MMA Mania, because you really don't see good journalism a lot, especially in combat sports, especially in MMA. Well, actually, MMA is doing a better job of boxing. But anyway, I want to read this first paragraph because it really, I'm glad, Coach, you brought this up to me. So he says, Donald Cerrone sports a felt cattleman and bills himself as cowboy, probably because he rides horses, shoots guns, and does all sorts of other wild stuff in New Mexico. That makes him the sworn enemy of Native Americans, at least in the mind of Mike Perry, who might have grown up watching too many John Wayne movies. Yes, Mike Perry, in honor of Native Americans, dons a war bonnet and vows to hunt cowboy Cerrone. My only question is, does Mike Perry have Native American DNA also? See, people wanted to come to this channel. They wanted to come to Coach's channel. They wanted to kind of play the fence when we called out Mike Perry for his racism of using the N-word. Are people done with this now? Like, are people done pretending that it's not racist to use that word? It's not racist to put on blackface? Are people going to pretend like it's not racist to don a war bonnet when you're not a native? I mean, really? Like, are people really going to do that? Because, see, we're calling this stuff out now. See, the gloves are off, okay? The gloves are off. The gloves are off. Mike Perry is a racist. There's a large segment of the UFC population that is racist, and we are fed up with it. We are fed up with it.
But that's the same reason. That's the same reason. And this one thing, I will respect Nico Montano. That's the same reason why Nico Montano decided, not to put that crap on. And she said, "Nah, man, I ain't doing that." What? I mean, you think I'm going to go in and sell out? No, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, and and Tay, I'm gonna go to you, sis. I just want to say one last thing. It's like, I'm so done with it. I'm so done with people saying, "Well, I never knew. Black isn't a costume. Native American is a costume. What the hell is wrong with you?" Oh no, there's nothing wrong with you. You know what you're doing, but you don't care. Go ahead, Tay.
Hello?
Yeah, you're there.
Oh,
You're
God,
good.
this whole racial thing, we got a long way to go before we become equal. And I feel like it's never going to go away until we all wake up. We got a long way to go. But it's definitely in the UFC. It's a lot of racial in the UFC.
Yeah,
that's all I got to say about it. It's just ridiculous. This whole Mike Perry thing. This whole thing with Amanda Nunes, training with someone that called, her race filthy animals. I mean, it's just out of control.
Yeah, and I feel you. I can feel Tay-Tay's like incredulous right now. It's just like, well, what do you say? Like, you got to get up every day. Like, every other day is a story. Like, sometimes you get tired of like, well, do I even talk? But we have to. And like, that's the energy to be able to like fight, and then you get attacked by people that look like you, and it's like, well, what? I'm just trying to like look at it.
No, I mean, I'm glad this channel is talking about that. Yeah. Somebody has to be the voice of it, because it seems like nobody else is not, being the voice of it, and we're tired. It's becoming ridiculous. It's very exhausting.
It sure is. XA, what's good, brother? I mean, what do you? Okay, thoughts on that, and then who who you leaning towards in this fight between Mike Perry and Cerrone? I got Cerrone. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm rooting for Cerrone even if he loses. I'm putting that out there right now. But go ahead. Your thoughts on that and just who you're leaning towards. Whatever you want, bro.
Well, like I said, I don't take Mike Perry serious, man. I just think that he's just a wannabe. He's just a wannabe, man. So anything that guy does is just very ignorant. But who I gotten in this fight, I would probably say Cerrone. But like I said, Cerrone has been to a lot of wars, so I hope that he doesn't get caught against Mike Perry because Mike Perry has a lot of power. But like I said, I'm really, really leaning towards Cerrone because I want Cerrone to kick Mike Perry's ass because I can't stand Mike Perry just as a person or a fighter, man. Because the dude is really, really racist, man. Very racist, man. And he's very ignorant. And the dude is really fucking annoying. So, yeah, man, I'm really, really leaning towards Cerrone. I hope he gets the win, man, so we could shut fucking Mike Perry up because this motherfucker is always in the mood. Is always in the news because I'm subscribed to a channel called MMA World, and this dude he's always doing something that's really fucking ignorant, and it's really, really fucking annoying. So yeah, I'm leaning towards Cerrone, and I'm be rooting for Cerrone. So yeah, I can't wait for that fight. I think it's 2 more weeks, right? 2 more weeks. So yeah,
Something
I
like
can't
that.
wait for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
November
like I said, I
10th.
can't wait for that fight.
Yeah, I think it's like November 10th, something like that, something around there. And actually, let me, I kind of put you out there, XA, but let me rephrase that. Cerrone has been through wars, and Mike Perry is young, and I really haven't studied. I'll be honest. So I'll put it like this. I probably would be in the favor of, but I'll just say this: if Cerrone does lose, I ain't giving nothing, no credit to Perry. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Mike Perry, and I'm still rooting for Cerrone. But anyway, go ahead, Mary Thomas. Just your thoughts, and then the fight.
First of all, what the fuck is wrong with Mike Perry's bitch ass? Like, seriously, what the fuck is his problem? He really thinks that all of that shit is supposed to help propel him up there. He really thinks that he's getting all this good publicity and shit, trying to be a Kobe Covington wannabe, and fuck Kobe Covington too. Like, fuck all of them and fuck all these races, basically. Just, I don't understand why the promotion of racism, especially in MMA, should go both, it's not unnoticed, but why it should go unpunished, or why the UFC isn't even deciding to speak on this shit. This ain't no freedom of speech type shit, okay? This ain't no freedom to be an asshole whenever the fuck you want, wherever you want, to whoever you want. This is world-class discrimination. Honestly, it should be a crime. It really should be. And I don't condone it in any way. And honestly, until Dana White steps down, I'm pretty sure this bullshit is not going to get fixed. Because Dana White himself, clearly he doesn't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. And they're getting more and more out there with it. And it's just going further and further to shit. I mean, with all these other people, I'm glad we're taking a stand on it. I'm glad that we've all decided to come together, and our army is only going to get stronger. We're going to grab more and more people. We're getting more strength. We're getting more numbers, and numbers aren't everything. Quality is more, but the more good people we get, the more we can fight this. Like Coach said, the more we can make a change, the more we can turn everything around. But as far as Mike Perry, yeah, he can go fuck himself. He can go, if he cares about race that much, he can go tie himself to two horses and make them go separate ways or some shit. I don't know.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'm crazy. I like that stuff. Put him in the that drag back of Dracula, Ivan the Impaler. Pale this motherfucker, man. Fuck Mike Perry.
Mike Perry can suck my dick. There you go.
There you go. Fuck Mike Perry.
Suck my dick.
Perry can choke on a dick.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, that's how we get down on this, man. Hey, Coach, you
and
there?
It better be a big black dick.
Oh no, boy!
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, between him and Woodley, these days. I don't, let's not go
He can
down.
suck my dick too.
Let's not
Now
go.
you know you need an ass whipping.
They can all do it.
Hey, coach, you'll
No, just
step in for a second.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to talk about. Shoot. This whole Mary Chiazon calling out Cyborg. Like, I'm
Oh
like,
Lord.
God, dog.
Oh,
What the
Lord.
hell? Come
Another
on,
fighter wants a
man.
death wish.
Nah,
wait, what's her name, Coach?
I think she's sincere. Mary Chiazon. I think she really is sincere. But okay, if Mary was 6-0, you know what? I'd be all for it. I would co-sign the hell out of that. I'd be like, yep, you know what? She probably can do it. But it's like you 2-0, you just got your third win. This is what's pissing me off, okay? Like y'all answers, your young guy, you don't want to do no work. You don't want to put the time in necessary to get the job done. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to come in here, okay? You want to, run your mouth. I'm ready for Cyborg. I'm ready for Cyborg. No, you not. And then as soon as she get her ass whooped, soon as the ass whooping comes forefront and center, stand at attention and salute, then people gonna be saying, see, Chris is picking on somebody else. She's picking on somebody else that shouldn't have been in the octagon with her. We're gonna get all these complainers, these whiners, these little whole ass dudes running around here. Okay, and it's a bunch of them, man. And plus, and maybe even in this comment thread now that ain't even typing. This is what we gonna get. I want all you young fighters listening to this. I want y'all to sit down and I want y'all to stand and salute the GOAT in Cyborg. Because if you want to get that work, you're gonna get in there and your ass is gonna fall before the right hand of Cyborg. You're gonna fall. You will fall down. There's no getting up. Okay, Cindy Dandois, y'all. She earned that right to call out Cyborg. Cindy went in there, whooped some ass, got some ass whooping. She earned that right. Okay? Kat Zingano earned the right to call out. Okay? I mean, a lot of people. Pam Bam Sorensen earned the right to call out Cyborg. They took a lot of beatings in that octagon. And you mean to say some 2-0 fighter in the tough show? You think you finna come up on here and call out the GOAT? If I ain't let Kayla Harrison do it, damn it, I'm not gonna let you do it. You sit down, you shut up, and you fight. That's all you need to do. Smiling there. You're calling out Cyborg. Shut your ass up. Now, I like Mary Chazon, but damn. If one more young fighter, man, I'm telling you, man, call out Chris Cyborg. I'm gonna be going I'm digging into that fighter. I'm gonna take their soul and rip it out through their damn throat. You better believe I'm coming for you. That's just how it is. Okay, anybody else got some thoughts on that?
What gets on my nerves is when these fighters, they call her out, but they're not ready. They're like, I'm calling her out.
Yeah.
I want to fight Chris Cyborg. Oh, but I need another 6 months.
Oh hell no.
Like, if
Like,
you're
what
not
the fuck?
ready for her, don't call her out. Like
Yeah.
Megan Anderson, she kept calling Chris Cyborg out, but she's like, oh, but I'm not cleared. I'm not cleared. Like,
They just a
shut up.
payday. They want another pay. They want a payday. They want that big payday. That's what it is. They want that
Here's
cyborg money.
here's
But
the
like
thing.
I had said on the last video, even if they do fight her, they not guaranteed a big payday. She is because she have a name. They not, so they need to
Hmm.
stop.
I'm telling you, it's just ridiculous.
Now,
But
it's not about the
they,
money. They want to get their name out there by tagging on her name.
They just have a serious death wish. That's just a death wish right there.
And if I was
honest,
her, like I said the other day, she needs to line them bitches up and start running through them hoes. She needs to run through them bitches for real. She needs to go back to her street ways and run through them hoes. Cause for real, that's all she needs to
on,
do. Y'all want to call me out? Y'all want to fight? I know you ain't ready, and I know your punk ass ain't got no skills. So I'ma just beat the fuck out of you anyway for running your mouth.
I don't
yeah,
even think she went all out on Holly Holm like she could have.
Oh yeah. I don't
She
know.
could have went
She
all
Mm.
kind
out.
of looked a little different when she was fighting Holly.
She boxed Holly to death. She could have got Holly up out of there.
Like, what is the point of name dropping her if you're not ready? Why are you wasting our time? You're wasting our time, our energy, our money to put our camera on your busted ass face. We got to look at you, listen to you talk shit, but then you're not going to do shit because you already ain't shit. So it's like, what the fuck are you talking for? Literally, shut your mouth. Why is your mouth open? You know, only time you should be opening your damn mouth is to put food in it or to put a mouth guard in it when you're ready to actually box that ass. So I don't understand what the fuck is the point? What is I mean, you're not gonna get anything off of it anyway. You're just throwing yourself out. You look stupid. You look like a real ass retard. That's what you look like. Okay, you're not getting no publicity off of it. You just look like a pussy. That's what the fuck you look like. And it's like, don't fucking call somebody out if you're not gonna fight them. That's a waste of time and energy. Like, don't call it. First of all, I can't be cyborg. Okay, like I swear to God, if I really was a fighter in there, they would have just hated me more because I'd have been like, first of all, little Con messed up Barbie bitch. If you want to fight me and you over here calling my name out, don't fucking call till you ready. How about you get your big headed muscle bound ass into that fucking cage and fight me then when you're actually ready to, and stop fucking dropping my name in your mouth when you're not ready to. First of all, if you know you want to fight me, why are you calling it out right now? Because you know you get your ass whooped. So what is the point? You look stupid. You make dumb blonde sound like a real thing. Just shut the fuck up and actually do what just build it up. Don't get green. Don't call people out when you're still green, when you know you don't have the skill set yet, and you don't even know if you will have the skill set. That's the thing. If you work hard enough, you can work as hard as you want, but sometimes people just don't reach there, like Derek Lewis. So you talking all this shit that you're not even sure of yet, and you're still not ready for it. Shut the fuck up. That's it.
It's about getting attention, and you got to remember that the casual fan won't have our perspective on it, won't have your perspective on it, and unfortunately, there are thousands more casual fans than there are fans of discretion.
And it's like what the coach says. It may look easy to win over Cyborg on TV, but when you step in that octagon and you look into her eyes, it's like, oh hell, what did I get myself into? Then reality stuck in, If you're not ready, don't call her out. That's all I got to say.
And
Don't call her
Kayla
out.
Harrison, she thinks she's making
Lord.
She thinks she's making herself look great by calling her out. But you look stupid though when you're like, yeah, I'm ready for Cyborg. I want to fight her, but I need another 6 fights. That makes you look weak. That doesn't make her look good.
Can I ask the panel a question?
Go ahead.
Who do y'all think is the next person to even have a chance of beating Cyborg, and what is it going to take to beat Cyborg?
I don't think anybody in this generation.
Nobody.
Before she gets beat.
In my honest
There's
opinion,
one.
I really felt like GDR could have given Cyborg a good fight, especially in the stand-up. So
you know what? That's
the reason why that is because
but yeah, that's a good point. Who was that, Mary?
Oh yeah. I was saying the reason why I don't agree too well with that is that yes, Jermaine does do that, but she's also a planner. She does like to sit there and sort of try to counter, and you can't do that shit against Cyborg. Plus, I don't think she does too well against pressure anyway. Like so far, all I see her like how she beat Holly Holm. It's because Holly not a huge pressure. Holly just likes to do the same thing. She likes to box her. And even though Holly Holm is not Cyborg, main fight, she's so, she's long and lengthy and she likes to reach out and stuff, and she can do that, but if she reaching out for Cyborg, she might as well be reaching out for the damn Lord, because that's not effective against her. She would just get laid the fuck out.
And Cyborg can walk through shots. I was rewatching the second Marlos Conan Cyborg fight, and Marlos nailed her with some good rights. Didn't phase her, walked right through it. You see that with Joanna Bars. I don't think there's a woman that hits hard enough other than perhaps Amanda Nunes, and Nunes is not going to have the technique.
I want to ask you something. I want to say something real quick. Yeah, Arthur Singh, he's a funny dude. He's a funny dude. He said Megan, but Megan Anderson lost to Holly Holm, so he's a funny dude, man. Arthur Singh, he's funny.
Who brought up Megan Anderson? I'm glad he brought up.
Oh no.
Who brought up Megan Anderson?
Runderson.
I've been meaning to go in on her for a second.
Oh no, not Megan Anderson.
No, not her, please.
Okay, wait. 1 second. I want to ask. Okay. If George was on here, but okay. So I'm gonna go in for a say, and I don't really pay attention to this woman. I'll call her that, but Paige Van Zandt. All right, so she's coming back, and I just hate to even have to bring this up. But I want to make a point here. I kind of don't appreciate as much as I'm happy for, I guess, her for coming back or whatever, doing what she likes to do in life. And as much as I dislike Joanna Jędrzejczyk, to me, Paige Van Zandt inserting herself into the conversation between in regards to this fight between Valentina Shevchenko and Joanna Jędrzejczyk or Bojangles, I don't like it. Okay, and
I don't like it either.
You guys know. I
can't believe she said what she said.
Well, yeah, both of them need to
Oh Lord, I started laughing at her.
Okay, I'll read it, and it'll get to it. Just
you asked.
This out. I've been paying attention. I think it's obviously going to be an amazing fight, and I know they have fought in the past. I'm trying to read as if I'm talking. They've had 3 Muay Thai fights, and Valentina has won all of them. But this is very different. It's an MMA fight. So I'm excited to watch it as a spectator and as a fan. But I'm also going to watch it as a critic. And seeing that division open up, I'm excited to see the fight. But more than anything, I'm excited to get back in there myself. Oh, what's that, Coach? Oh, she didn't say anything. Yes, she did.
Oh,
putting herself into the spotlight of Valentina Shevchenko, and it's not cool. Go in.
Okay, here go the thing, y'all, and I'm gonna explain this to you. This is gonna be a kickboxing match in an octagon. Same thing I said about Valentina and Holly. Look, Joanna hadn't changed her style in 15 years. She's fought the same way, okay? She's fought the exact same way. She ain't tried to do nothing. She ain't tried to make no adjustments. She's a blue belt in BJJ, but there's no evidence of it because she don't fall back on it. And then real quick, you said, who could possibly give Cyborg a challenge? There's one. And right now, I think she's 2 years away. She had a couple of losses early, but she's a damn beast. That's Zara dos Santos. I'm gonna tell you, I think Zara dos Santos got what it takes. She missing a couple of things, man. She missing a few things, but I think she would give Cyborg a run in a couple of years.
Is she from Brazil, Coach? I gotta look into her.
Zara dos Santos is a French woman, but she's a black. Yeah, but she's a Brazilian that she's in France.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, she's a black French woman, but yeah, man, she pretty rough, man. Like she real aggressive, and she just lacking a couple of technical things. See, Cyborg will be able to exploit the things that she's missing, but if she round out her boxing, and even round out her takedown defense, I think she'll get Cyborg some trouble in there. Not beat her, but she'll give her some hell up in there for real. That girl is no joke.
You think like this year? I mean, not this year. Like you said, 2 years down the road.
About 2 years down the road, man. She still, she tried out for the Tough Show, and see, they turned her away, and I know why, man. Because they were scared Zara dos Santos was gonna go in there and beat everybody's ass. Like for real, who they got on the Tough Show, man? Look, Zara would have crushed them girls, man. Zara would have crushed them. And, she coming off like losses, she came off a loss back in 2015 or maybe 2016. And it was just, man, she had like a lot of injuries, man. I ain't giving her no excuses, but she had a lot of injuries. And then the first fight she ever fought, she lost. But After that, man, this girl done peeled away like 4 straight wins, man. 3 or 4 straight wins. I mean, homegirl is crazy. She crazy as hell, man. And she got some skill. She'll fight. I give her about 2 years, man. About 2 years, and I think she'll be prepared, like ready to actually get in there and battle.
I just hope Cyborg will be around because I want to see Cyborg in there with somebody that's going to give her some trouble, man. That's just because this fight between her and Nunes, I don't see it being super close. I don't. That's just where I'm at with that. But okay, so with this Valentina Shevchenko fight and Joanna Jędrzejczyk, I see some people thinking that Joanna Jędrzejczyk is going to do pretty decent against Valentina Shevchenko, but I'm here to say I don't see that happening, guys. I just don't. Valentina Shevchenko, she already has her number. She's seen her before, man. She's seen her before. We already know what Joanna Jędrzejczyk brings to the table. Okay, she's great striker. She has those kicks to the head. One thing that people I think underestimate or don't really keep in mind, she is very strong in the clinch. She is, and that is one aspect where she did really good against Rose Namajunas. But right now, I don't see it. But I mean, if any of you guys have any thoughts on that, I don't know. But
I mean, I still think Valentina will win, but Muay Thai still is very different from MMA. And yeah, anything can happen, but I don't think just anything can happen. I think Joanna will be better, like I think she'll be much better. One, because she won't have to cut as much weight. I feel like her power will increase a lot, not just because of the weight, but she's not draining herself as much from that. Valentina, she had to move down. Joanna is moving up. So that's one thing I've thought about. And two, I mean, there's also the ground. Even though like Coach said they might not use it, like there's a good 85% chance they might not use it. It's there, and I'm pretty sure Valentina will use it if she sees an opening. Just like Rose did. Rose didn't have to take Joanna down, but she did to get that last round. Yeah, I still see it going there, just not the whole fight. It doesn't have to. Valentina doesn't have to do anything. She can fight Joanna on the feet and on the ground. But if Valentina really wants to just end it there the way she wants to, she could just take her down like Priscilla Cachoeira. Now, I don't see Joanna just falling in as easily as Priscilla did. Like, Joanna will try to, butt scooch her way to the cage and get back up and try and all that stuff. And Valentina's still pretty strong herself. So I'd like to see how that goes down. I mean, I don't want to just see a kickboxing match between the two. I want to see an MMA fight. That's what it's for. That's what the cage is for. That's what it's called, MMA, mixed martial arts. I don't want to just see striking. But striking, yeah, we all know what's coming. We know what's coming. We know how it's going to go down and stuff. The only question is how. The only question is what method and how close will Joanna be? Because to me, I feel like Joanna will still be much better even than when she fought Namajunas. I feel like Joanna's just going to be much, much fresher, and she's going to be much, But what would be cool is if she's just not showing anybody of showing her ground game and everything, so that come fight night, she might surprise a few people. I mean, it's nice to entertain that, and I'd like for that to happen. I want to see everything. I want to see Joanna be a well-rounded fighter, and I'm not sure what she's doing, why she's not really going to the ground. Maybe because she doesn't want to chance it. She doesn't want to take risk against, especially since most of the people she's fought were grapplers. I guess she didn't want to chance it, but you got to start somewhere. You can't just wait forever until you lose a step and everything. You've got to start somewhere. If you you have the tool, use it. At least test it out, something. But yeah, that's my closing thoughts on that subject. I mean,
I want to ask you guys, like, what do you where does okay? So if Joanna loses, where does she go? Because I want to kind of put this out here. If she loses, I don't want to see the whole jumping up and down, 115 to 125, and because if she does that, I'm gonna go in. I'm just saying that right now. If she does that, if she doesn't like say she loses and to Valentina Shevchenko and then goes down and fights, you know, I don't know, like if she doesn't fight like the top competition that goes up, oh, I'm gonna fight, you know, you gotta fight the best. I'm not here for the whole. Because then you're going to hear, oh, she was a 2-division world champ. Well, okay, well, who did they beat? You know what I mean? If she starts avoiding people like Tatiana Suarez and stuff like that, man, I'm not having it. But I mean, what if she loses? What do you think she should do? And anybody can jump in.
Well, Jennifer.
Actually,
go
I'm
ahead.
pretty sure. Oh,
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure she didn't really she did want to move up and she wanted to stay there, but ever since Namajunas, she wanted to stay back down and work her way back. So I think that's what she's gonna do. Because notice she didn't call out Valentina. Like she didn't ask for this fight. It was everybody else. Yeah, it was everybody else that pushed it for this to happen. So right now, Valentina probably wasn't even on her mind. That probably wasn't even on her mind. She wanted her strawweight belt back. So I think that's what she's gonna do. I think if or when she loses, she'll move back down and then just continue fighting. I don't think she'll do the whole hopscotch thing like what you think in general. I think she's gonna move back down. It seems to me like she don't even care about 125 anymore. She got OCD. I'm a damn
But
pro.
my question is, God forbid if she does win this title, is she going to defend it or is she going to move back down to strawweight?
Oh my goodness.
Who, Valentina?
That'd be terrible.
No, Joanna.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, say if she does win the belt, is she going to stay in 125 or she's going to go down to strawweight?
I think she'll just do both. Like she can do what Daniel did. Didn't somebody do? Oh, Conor McGregor, whatever. She can defend both belts. If she gets the strawweight belt back, she can do that. I don't see a problem with that. But I don't think she'll do the whole up and down thing, like fighting somebody who's not worth a title shot. Like they're not going to do that. Joanna's been fighting the best for a good several years now. There's no reason for her to stop. Only one person beat her more than once in that whole strawweight division. She don't really have a reason to start ducking. You know, I can't see her doing that, especially not against Tatiana Suarez.
I hope not.
I hope not. You know, but you know,
yeah, Tatiana is literally the living definition of who she'd match up great against. To be honest, because all she's been fighting are wrestlers. So, but I mean. Yeah, I don't see her losing to Tatiana either. She need to get a damn stand-up game. Tatiana needs to very bad. I'm not ragdolling her or anything, but I'm really tired of seeing her wrestling. Like people are tired of seeing her on a strike with no ground game. I'm tired of seeing her ass wrestle. She need to get some hands. Like
Tatiana is a damn beat.
She'll maul you though. She got a little bit of hands. She need to refine them, but she got a little bit of hands. She'll be in there. So definitely, I'm not writing her in as like the champion now, but I mean,
want to see her use it more.
Right.
We want to see her use it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hear y'all definitely.
I want to say something.
Yeah,
I want to say something. Yeah, I want to say something about the Tatiana Suarez. If they're gonna at least give her a fight, I think that if Rose Namajunas doesn't come back, won't they just book Tatiana Suarez versus Jessica Andrade? And the winner of that fight.
I've been saying that for the longest. I've been saying that for the longest.
The winner of that fight should fight Rose whenever she comes back. What do you guys think of that?
I would love to see that.
I'd like to see it.
Oh yes, I would love to see that.
And I still think Jessica Andrade will beat the shit out of her too.
Because I want to see Tatiana Suarez like get tested, pushed to the limit. Like, because I want to see her. Because I mean, Carla, she's good, but like I don't know if that really pushed Tatiana Suarez to the limit.
Hell no.
The thing, Rugby,
she bullied Carla.
The thing with Rugby, I think what plays a little bit of role in that is that Tatiana is kind of like rolling through some good competition. So it's like, well, who, you know what I mean? Like, I think that is playing that dynamic of like, well, she's just destroying her. I think that's playing a little bit of a role because you look at ABC, you look at Grasso, you look at some of the. I don't have the resume up here, but like some of the names, like, and she's just like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like it's like, when is she going to get a challenge? Who is going to challenge her?
Well,
I mean, I'm sure there's
my
people out there.
opinion. That's my opinion. So.
Yeah, I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Suarez will do good though. I'll tell you what, she will give Rose some problems if she gets a title shot. Because Rose, I still think pressure is not Rose's friend. I don't think Rose does too well against pressure. And Joanna is not too much of a pressure fighter. She likes to stand at a distance and pick you apart and stuff. So Rose had years to study her. Rose had lots of time to study her and try to set up a perfect game plan against her. She won't be able to do that against some of these people. I'm just saying that right now. She could beat Claudia because Claudia gas tank is worse than Conor McGregor's. But Jessica Andrade and who is that other? Tatiana Suarez. Okay, yeah. Andrade and Suarez, they both of them, if one don't beat Rose, I feel like the other will. Whoever that may be. Andrade, I see Rose beating Andrade, but Suarez, I don't see that. I'd have to make that a 50-50. And it's feeling like Suarez at the moment. Because Rose, what I notice about Rose, she's not a gritty. She's not that gritty. Carolina outgritted her just a bit, She body struck the hell out of Rose and tired her out and stuff. And I definitely see Tatiana doing that. Tatiana is strong enough to suplex Rose and keep her there for a good amount of the round. And I see her ground and pounding Rose, like what Carla did to Rose when Rose was first fighting for. I see that. I can see that happening, especially since Suarez is bigger than Carla, and she got the size for it. She got the strength for it too, and she got the pressure. It seems like Tatiana just doesn't slow down. For some reason, she's just a motor that keeps on running and stuff, and she like a damn syrup stain. Most of the grapplers, they're like syrup stains. When you're jabbing them to death and everything, they just won't get off your leg. It's hell if they get your ankle because you can't get away from them.
Man, hey, I don't care what y'all say. Carolina Kovacevic ass got put to sleep with them damn eyelashes and that makeup on. She got
oh my god!
Damn that.
Don't you have me look back at it?
Carolina ain't a thought, man. After that damn knockout, we need to figure out if Carolina ass okay. Carolina, where you at, girl? Where you at, girl? You got the damn brakes knocked, man. She got her damn skull knocked off, man.
Her feet was in the air.
Carolina feel like on one of them damn like
eyes were crossed.
Have you y'all ever play Punch Out, man? And then you throw like that big old shot and the dude just kind of fall and their eyes roll back in their head. That was Carolina. No. I'm like, what the hell has she got? She got what she did, her eyelashes where she came in octagon. Like, God, y'all. And then you got your ass on national TV.
Coach had me going.
Even without makeup, she still looks,
She's really pretty.
She's cute. No, she's cute. I like her, but that's
no, she's pretty, but she got that her eyes be looking funny and sort of kind of like.
Yeah, she's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. Coach said that because I didn't watch the fight. Coach said that. I went back. I saw her looking with that mascara on her face.
Yeah, man. Anybody crazy? Hey, man. Anybody that'll put mascara on their face and eyelashes on the face, they crazy, man. I've been telling y'all this girl crazy. Something wrong with her.
I felt bad and excited at the same time seeing that fight because we all thought Andrade would have beaten Carolina, but not that badly. But I should have removed her head anyway, so that's the price she paid.
Now, Carolina needs some good stand-up training and coaching. I hope she doesn't fight till she gets that. One thing I did like is when they asked her about the bus incident with McGregor, if that bothered her, and she said, "No, not at all. I'm from Poland."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you notice how you give a shit either.
Yeah. Carolina, man, that was the knockout heard around the world, but it was almost like that knockout was almost like one of the worst things for Andrade, I feel, because it was like it was crazy kind of watching just the reaction to it. It was like the hate that Andrade got. It was just like weird to me. I was like, what the heck? I'm like, y'all like Carolina like that? Like, I like her personality. She's cool. You know what I'm saying? She seems sweet and all, but like, well, I don't care that. I mean, I hope she's okay. But I ain't gonna like attack Andra. Like, she don't even know what you're saying. Like,
Man,
yeah.
Jessica gave us some NyQuil.
For real.
She gave us an extra dose of NyQuil. Like, good night.
Hey, General, I got a question now. I want to ask the panel, especially the brother PK. Did anybody watch UFC Fight Night 139?
The one last week?
Are you talking about this past fight night?
Did anybody watch it?
I didn't.
What's
yes,
that?
I did. I did watch it.
All right. Okay. So I wanna ask you something. Since PK, since you watched it, I'm looking at the rankings right now.
Yeah.
They moved Anthony Smith up by 8. He's now in that division. I think we talked about this last weekend. To me, like I said, I don't think this division is all that great because if you look from the perspective of this division, DC, John Jones, and Alexander Gustafsson are basically the best 3 out of that whole division.
Right.
How far do you think Anthony Smith could go? Because they ranked this dude number 2 already.
So check it out. I'd actually pick Vulcan Smith to win that fight. You can go check it out. You can look at my breakdown. And I actually did. I got a video series going on, man. It's called PK Eats Crow, man. So if I get a pick wrong, especially one that I broke down, I'll go back and I'll break the fight down and I'll say what I got wrong. But man, I got to tell you, XA, I think Anthony Smith is the real deal, man. He fought most of his career at middleweight, and he was having to cut quite a bit because he's a big dude. He's like 6'4", and he just looks like a light heavyweight, man. So I think he's fitting in well at this weight class. Like he's undefeated at light heavyweight, and he's beaten Sugar Rashad, Shogun, and now, I mean, Volkan Ozdemir. Volkan was ranked. I mean, I was looking at those light heavyweight rankings, and they're just saying a whole lot in light heavyweight. So I mean, Volkan is definitely the hardest puncher, I think, at light heavyweight other than DC, and Smith was able to stand with him and have success striking. Like, he hurt Volkan, broke his nose, and yeah, I think Smith is the real deal, man. With his, I think he's well rounded enough and good enough of a striker, and he seems to be pretty durable actually at light heavyweight. So yeah, I mean, it's a crazy.
He was real smart in that fight too.
He is, man. He was very patient in that fight. I think he knew and he's only 30 years old. So I mean, he does. He is very. He has had a lot of fights. And he's taken a lot of damage. He's been knocked out like 7 or 8 times. But I might have to go back and look at that again because some of that could be due to the fact that he was not really fighting at the correct weight class. But yeah, I mean, to answer your question, I mean, yeah, it is kind of crazy, that jump up. But if you look at it, maybe it isn't that crazy. Like, I personally think Smith is the real deal, and I would love to see how he matches up against like Gustafsson and obviously John Jones, depending on how that fight turns out.
Well, Volkan was ranked number 2, so he beat the number 2 guy and simply took.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's not. It seems like a crazy jump because it's so many spots, but I picked Volkan. I thought Ozdemir was gonna knock him out, and I was really, I mean, dude, if he can take punches from Volkan, I see him having success. But I would love to see like him and Gus fight, and I would love to see him and John Jones fight too.
And Smith had a lot of guts because his plan was try to tire Volkan out, but he ended up being the one that was just as tired, if not more tired, and he still cranked that submission.
Yeah, well, Volkan's nickname is No Time, and I was looking at his record, Dennis, and he has a lot of first round knockouts. And I got to tell you, looking at those two going into that fight, Anthony Smith was definitely in better shape. So yeah, I think Volkan's definitely got some things to look at as far as his like stamina and some other things too. But yeah, Anthony Smith was very impressive to me, and I think we might just have a new contender in the light heavyweight division for sure.
I don't think he wins the championship, but I think he definitely has earned a shot.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see what happens. I don't know if they're going to make Jones versus Gustafson for a title shot or not? Do y'all know actually if they've said what that's gonna be?
I think
thought
they
they
are
were
because they
fighting for the title.
Okay, so they're actually like stripping DC and making that for the title.
Yeah,
I think
I
they
thought.
stripped DC. Yeah, because he's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, hell, if I love that fight, I love Jones versus Gustafson for the
Me
rematch
too.
for the light heavyweight, and then
Yep.
give Smith the winner. I don't see why that would be too much of a problem.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a great idea.
That was a
You guys
great
feel
question.
like people are sleeping on or how do you say his last name? Gustafson, whatever. Do you feel like people are kind of sleeping on him a little bit? I mean,
They better not.
I see John Jones winning, but do you feel like people are kind of sleeping on him a little bit?
Yeah, I think a little bit because he has lost. Like he got knocked out by Rumble. But I think that's a good fight. I think Gustafson is a dangerous fight for anybody, and I'm really really curious to see how that fight pans out. That's a great fucking fight for the championship and just to see the rematch between those two.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because the claim was that Jones was hurt during the first Alexander Gustafsson fight. So it'll be interesting to see him leveled up.
Yeah, said he was hurt and that he didn't really train that hard for the Gustafson fight. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see Jones.
Did he though? Did he really not train?
That's what I heard. I don't know. I'm not
you
sure.
Hear these fighters
come
up with stuff after they lose. Like Joanna, it was the weight cut. Ozedemir, he's now saying that he said something.
He said his nose. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. He said his nose had been broken twice during training camp, and that it was rebroken from Anthony Smith.
The Jones said after you won.
My thing is,
after the fact,
there's an extremely small, like Rugby Queen said, there's an extremely small. I mean, in the world of people that can like really just at this level, not. I mean, Jones might be one of them. He could be because he's a freak athlete. Mike Tyson, but a lot of people say that like, oh, I didn't really train. Look, we're humans. I mean, we're not super robots of like. So people, yeah, they overuse that stuff sometimes, but it could be. I don't know. I really don't.
I just feel like it's just overused.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
It was kind of cool to be that guy. I mean, it's like that. I don't know why they would consider it cool, but it's kind of cool in this era to be that person that didn't work hard. You know, like Coach says, you didn't work hard, and then you make it look easy. Like it's kind of like that Floyd effect. Well, actually, Floyd worked hard, so they get it. They're getting it all wrong. They really are.
They make it look easy because that shit is easy. They didn't do shit.
Right. So I don't know, man. But guys, I'm gonna have to run. I love you guys. I gotta get up in a couple hours, so I'm gonna get everybody's last thoughts and make sure you put your channels. I want because this is if you do videos. If you don't do videos, that's fine. But if you do video, I want you to tell everybody, even if it's obvious, where they can find you. So and support everybody. All right, that's the important thing, and not just talking about this and promoting the sport and having a good time, but if you do make videos, that's very important. What's up, XA?
I got one more question for the panel.
No words.
Yeah, this is just the news. Do you guys really think Floyd Khabib's gonna happen? Let's be honest. You guys think that fight's gonna happen?
Nope.
All right.
I honestly have no idea.
In boxing, because is that what they're talking about?
Well, that's because I saw the video by the brother Town Business JS, and they said that they're talking about in boxing. I don't know what the fuck, because then Dana White said that, well, if you don't come, if there's not in the UFC, no fight. Now he said it's going to be in boxing. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on.
If they brought Dana White to the table, I think that means a lot. But I don't believe it till I see it. But some of you can.
They're actually talking about Khabib versus GSP, to be honest.
I'd rather see that.
I'd rather see that too.
Yeah. One request though. Anyone want to play fantasy matchup and predict who you feel would win
with fake money
between those two?
Khabib and Floyd.
With any fighter, like you get to pick any fighter, set him up against whoever.
Oh, you're asking if you just want to do like a fantasy league?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, nice, I mean, I feel like GSP he still got it. And I think he could give Khabib some problems. Mostly because GSP is a wrestler just like Khabib. Not only that, but he's got great. I feel like he's in a way he's got sort of a better matchup than McGregor did because GSP doesn't have bad cardio. So it's not as if Khabib takes him down, he'll get tired within like the next few rounds. GSP will still sort of be up and running, and he'll be back on his BS basically. Like he'll be back in Khabib's face, just pumping jabs and just doing what he does best. So with that, I mean,
What
and honestly, in my heart, like I'm sort of a GSP fan, sort of biased, but
what's
GSP
his
is a lot
strength?
bigger.
Like, what's his main? Because I just look at Khabib's strength and I'm like, I kind of new to this, so I haven't really followed GSP like that. I mean, does he have the strength to be able to? Because what I saw, I mean, yeah, Connor gave up, but that neck crank or shin crank that Khabib put on Connor's like, how strong is this guy? I mean,
oh,
can
I
If
still think GSP is stronger.
GSP is way stronger than Khabib, in my
okay,
opinion.
Yeah.
But GSP is bigger too, a lot bigger.
Oh
right?
yeah, that see GSP pisses. See GSP is other than Tyron Woodley, GSP is probably the welterweight goat. But GSP is cherry picking at this point in his career. Like if GSP is going to come back and fight, he needs to fight a welterweight. He needs to fight Woodley. That's who he needs to fight. He doesn't need to be fighting Michael Bisping or Khabib. He's just cherry picking, trying to get a big payday. That's my thoughts on GSP.
Yeah, and he won't fight Woodley because that's definitely no cherry pick.
Woodley will whoop his ass. Woodley will whoop GSP's ass. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. That's all I'm
Really? You
saying
think
about
so?
that. I think so. I would be very confident in picking Woodley over GSP at this point.
I
I
see
pick
that.
Willie over most people, honestly, over almost anybody, in within at least 1-2 weight class. Woodley is pretty good, man. I mean,
You
who?
know,
Yeah,
I see 50-50 because one of them might want to keep it standing. I'm pretty sure no one's going to go for the takedown. I feel like they're going to play some sort of chess match with each other, because Woodley, he likes to fill you out or if he feels like you ain't shit, he'll just come straight in and not respect you and just straight up clock you like he did to Till. But with GSP, I think Tyron will respect him. They'll respect each other too much to try to do too much against each. That's just how I feel. I mean, Tyron can beat him, but I feel like it's a good chance he could beat Tyron too.
If it was
I
a
just
couple of
see it.
years ago, I'd feel a lot more confident picking GSP, but Tyron is just too explosive for me. Like, he is not, like, I'm a big Michael Bisping fan. I'm a huge Bisping fan, and I was picking Bisping to beat GSP, and GSP really, like, impressed me. But, like, Tyron Woodley, he hits harder than Michael Bisping, and he's more explosive than Michael Bisping. And I just, at this point, like I said, if it was a couple years ago, I might have picked GSP, but, like, Woodley is just, he's so switched on, and
Yeah.
GSP is fighting so infrequently, and like I don't know, I would take Woodley in that, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely like GSP always has a chance because he is one of the best to ever do it for sure.
it's funny. I was watching. I guess it was like the UFC biggest like freakouts after the fight, and Michael Bisping, man. I don't know who he was fighting, but that dude's pissed after he wins a fight, man. He was talking shit to somebody.
Bisping is a world-class shit talker. Like
He's
his
funny
whole
as
saga
hell,
with
dude.
Luke Rockhold is hilarious
The
because I don't
faces
like
he
Luke
makes.
Rockhold.
Yeah,
If y'all want to hear some hilarious sound bites, check out the press conference after Michael Bisping knocked out Luke Rockhold. He's drinking a beer. He's taking all kinds of jabs at Rockhold. It is fucking hilarious.
no, PK. When Michael Bisping goes up to Rocco with this shit-eating grin on his face to shake his hand. And he's like, Luke Rocco's like looking at him like, dude, I shook your hand already. Like,
Well, because
Rockhold,
Rockhold disrespected him so bad before
okay,
that fight. He would, because Bisping had been like inactive, and he was like on a movie set, and their like back and forth has been going on for a while. So like it is definitely bad blood, but man, it is hilarious. Like that press conference afterwards, like, and yeah, just any of the build up to that is really funny.
I got a question
yeah.
on that. Who knocked him out worse? Do you think Michael did, or did Yoel Romero do a better job?
Ooh, I don't know. Like, man, I don't know. That's hard to say. Yoel Romero has so much power. That was such a vicious knockout. That I don't know. That's hard to say.
Yeah, man, he left him twitching on the floor and stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, Luke was basically like a sitting doll. He was like a mannequin. It was scary.
Yeah, Bisping did the business on him though. He was out and he was knocking his head around. Yeah, I don't know though. Yoel has such power. Like, yeah, Yoel might get the slight edge on that one.
You know what? You know what would have rolled so smoothly for Michael's name if he called himself Michael Business Bisping. He always given fighters a business. You just
That was
Michael Business Bisping.
Yeah, Bisping, like, he talks a lot of shit and he's gotten brutally knocked out. Like the Dan Henderson knockout is still for me one of the most vicious, if not the most vicious single punch knockout. Like, but Bisping, like, he fought a lot of people. He fought most everybody. And he came out on the winning side more than not.
Yeah, he definitely. I'm looking like at some of his stuff because a lot of these guys are kind of, the Rockholds, and I looked into them a little bit in the Bispings and the Wiedemans and stuff. Like some of these guys, well, not Wiedemann as much, but some of these guys I wasn't really watching them as much, and it's kind of cool to go back and look at some of these guys and like the trash talk between them and stuff like that.
Hey, PK, who do you have, Costa or Romero?
Paulo Costa or Romero?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Paulo Costa. He is really dangerous, man. I like what I see from him. I think he's definitely gonna be a factor. I hope they don't throw him into it too fast because he is really big and he has a lot of knockout power, but he is kind of like there to be hit a little bit. So I'm hoping he can kind of be. I don't know. I think there's definitely potential for him. I like Paulo Costa, but Romero, I don't know. I don't know. Romero for me is just hard to pick against because he's so dangerous, and I think he can stop anybody. So I don't know. That's a tough one for me.
You know what? Can stop Whitaker.
Let's give the edge to Romero.
You know what threw me for a loop when he fought? I'm not sure. I always get these two men mixed up just because their last names sound similar. But I think Romero's one of his recent fights was it like Robert Whitaker or John Lineker? What was it?
Whitaker.
Lineker is a
Whitaker.
bantamweight.
It was Robert Whitaker?
Yeah. Right, he fought Robert Whitaker, and I actually thought the second fight, I thought Yoel Romero won that fight. Whitaker was so fucking busted up. Like, Whitaker took so much damage. He took much more damage than Yoel in that fight to me. Like, it's hard to score if you're going round by round. Yeah, you can kind of give it to Whitaker, but I mean, God, look at who was more busted up after that fight. Look at who was more damaged. It was definitely Whitaker, in my opinion.
I give that to Romero, and it was telling in the interview after because Whitaker doesn't want any part of Romero. Again, he doesn't want part of Romero.
No, I mean, I can't blame him. I you know.
And Romero said he'd fight him 10 more times.
Yeah,
Romero's scary,
brother, man. Yoel Romero.
He's scary. He's good, dude.
And he's 41 years old.
He's fun to watch, man. Yoel's fun to watch. He really is. I love watching that man fight, man.
He's another one. I mean, I think he could be a bigger name, but I don't know. It's some make it, some don't.
Yeah, they don't want to push him.
Yeah, because don't forget though, they robbed him in that second fight. The reason why they robbed him in that second fight because he didn't make weight. So that's the way they pay him back by saying, hey, Robert, we're gonna give the win to Robert Whitaker. And also, if Yoel won that fight, that shit would have fucked up the whole division because he just defeated the champion and the belt wasn't even on the line. So they had to give the win to Whitaker.
Well, they screwed up. The officials screwed up. He had a shot at making weight, but they didn't give him the time. They didn't give him the official time. That was all messed up.
I have something to say about that, and I'm gonna be y'all can disagree with me, but about him not getting the time, I'm sorry, but regardless whether they gave him the time, he had plenty of time before this fight happened.
That's true, but rules are rules.
I get it. I mean, I get it, but he had time before this fight happened. He shouldn't have waited till last minute. So
How long does he have?
he had a good 4 months, 4 months before this fight was announced. He knew that this fight was happening, that he had plenty of time to cut this weight. It wasn't like a 1 month notice or anything. Like, he had a good 3 months for this fight to cut this weight. So I can't give him a pass on that. But that's just my honest opinion.
Well, I mean, he should have known he wasn't. Yeah, I mean, he should have known that was going to happen.
It is what it is, regardless of whether it wasn't right what they did, cutting him off. But you're the fighter. You're responsible for your weight. You know when you're supposed to fight.
I agree. No excuse for missing weight.
There's no excuse.
I hope if he gets another shot.
I agree. He's a professional and should have had the weight cut already. But again, rules are the rules. Yeah. They should have by the rules.
Yeah, it's kind of, I agree with both. I mean, they're bogus, and I hope he gets another shot. And at the same time, I'm like, Romero, bro, like, they're not gonna. I mean, come on, dude. Like, But I gotta run, family. We got a dislike in here, so we're doing some. We must be talking some good stuff, but I want to get you guys closing thoughts and I appreciate everybody. But I'm gonna start with you, XA.
Well, like I said, we had a full house tonight. I love everybody's opinion. It's a blast to come on here because, like I said, I love listening to everybody's voice. Mary Thomas, sister, you're fun to listen to as well. Dennis, General, PK, Rugby Queen. You know what I mean? Like I said, you guys are all fun to listen to, and you too, Coach. We see you. We see you, Coach. We love you as well, sir. But yeah, man, I just want to say thank you all for having me on. Like, as always, 'cause like I said, it's a blast. Can't wait to see what happens this Saturday. So, but we got more to talk about next weekend. But like I said, I just want to say salute to everybody, especially to all the brothers and sisters in the Lions Den boxing community in the Lions Den MMAC. This is XA Gucha 23, and also I am Taiwan Woodley. Like I say, stay tuned. I'll be making an announcement for my next fight because we all know everybody wants to see me fight Cubby Covington, beat his ass.
Nah, Tyron, I'm gonna need you to go check Mike Perry. That's what you do for us, Tyron Woodley.
Double knockout, just fucking boink their heads together.
Yeah, well, don't worry, Coach. I will check Taiwan. I'll check Mike Perry. But like I said, I just want to thank you all for having me on. You guys are the greatest, man, and I want to say salute to you all and have a good night and God bless you all.
No, thank you. You too, brother. You too. That's my homie XA. Gotcha. Let me go to you, sis, Rugby Queen.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for having me on. I haven't been on the Come Get This Work Mobcast for a few weeks, so yeah, I mean, it's good to come on here. So everybody have a good night. Everybody stay safe. Keep the kids safe if you have them. I don't know if you saw in the news recently where these there was 4 kids that were hit by a pickup truck. 3 of them did not survive. They were trying to get on the school bus, unfortunately. So sorry but yeah, everybody watch your kids.
Yes, definitely. There are some crazy people out here. Do not let your kids walk all around. I mean, come on. It doesn't, you just got to keep your eyes on them because it's crazy drivers, crazy people, and kids shouldn't be, it's wild out here. But thank you, sis.
Unfortunately, the 3 kids that did not survive were all related, and the parents had to come identify them. So keep your kids safe, guys.
Amen. And I'm glad you came back, Rugby. I love it when you come on. So thank you.
Thank you.
Mary Thomas.
Hey. Thanks for having me on, Jen. It's been really cool. It was pretty fun. I hadn't actually been keeping up too well because of school and stuff. But I'm coming back and everything looks good. Like you're doing a good job with this, and I'm glad that our army is still building and everything. I'm glad of the work that you and Coach have done. Like you guys have done a phenomenal job, and this is really good. Like I appreciate everything. And as an MMA fan, like I really rose strong with the both of you and the rest of you. Like I love the whole panel. So
Thanks, Mary.
that's it.
I appreciate that because it does get tough sometimes, and but it's I'm improving, and the I love it when you guys come on, and me and Coach are working, and we're working, and the panels, we always have a great time. So I appreciate that. Actually does mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to build something here and really get this LD MMAC going. So I appreciate that.
I'm thinking about releasing a video on the Valentina thing, on how people are always pulling out on her and stuff. I've been thinking about it for a good few days. I might make it this weekend.
Hell yeah, make that video. Do it. Just
Yeah,
just
yeah, let's
talk.
go.
Just talk. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
The coach just talk.
No. I'm saying just, when you do the video, just do you, man. I'll definitely support you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
What's up, Dennis?
Hey, always a pleasure to be here. Thank you for including me. My dream matchup would be Roberto Duran in his prime at lightweight against Mayweather at lightweight in his prime. That would have been an interesting fight.
Interesting.
Yeah, that would have been. They were just somebody was just talking about I forgot what it was. Maybe it was on 7H channel. They brought up Roberto Duran, and that dude was tough, man. He actually, and Dennis, you probably noticed, he's the one that Tyson got the grabbing his crotch thing from. He was a kind of filthy dude, man. But yeah, that would have been a good
He
fight.
had an end-to-end fight. Some of the MMA fighters, there's some video of Roberto Duran helping Mosley train, and he had some interesting coaching techniques for infighting that could be applied to MMA. It was pretty good. It's sort of interesting. They say styles makes fights, and that's definitely true. Hearns knocked him out. Hearns got beat. Then Hearns got beat by blanking out his name now. But then Duran turned around and beat him. So he was a four weight class champion. He was always the little guy, coming up from lightweight. So he definitely was a pretty tough guy.
Yeah, he was a tough motherfucker, man. But man, I always appreciate you having you on, man. You always bring good insights, Dennis. So thank you, man.
Thank you.
Let me go to you, Coach.
Okay, hey, real quick, Mary, I don't just talk, I talk junk. And I talk junk with research. So that's what we do. Now, I'm just playing with y'all, man. It's been cool, hanging out with y'all. I'm sitting here like I'm doing work while I'm talking to y'all, so it's kind of cool just listening to a stream, Yeah, man, have fun. Yeah, we're just gonna keep blowing it up, man. We're gonna stay on their neck. Me in general, we're gonna stay on their neck, and hey, we're gonna keep it going, guys. We got something good started. We talking. Everybody got their opinion. Ain't nobody getting butt hurt when somebody don't disagree. When somebody disagree with them, everybody listen. I know people tell you that I get mad when people disagree. I don't get mad at people. I get mad at racists. Yeah, I get mad at them. But people calling y'all bees and hoes, I get mad at that stuff. But nah, it's been fun. I like talking to y'all. I like talking to y'all. It's entertaining, and Dennis. Look at Dennis. Dennis done took the walk down that damn hall. Oh hell!
I love it.
Oh damn! You don't walk down the hall, y'all. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, man. Good night, everybody. It's been fun, and hey, spread the word about this channel, man. We want to build it up. All MMA talk for everybody.
Hell yeah, man. Much love, Coach. And much love, everybody. And
by the way, this is in the hall.
and like Coach said, man, we don't get mad at nobody. Y'all know that. And so we say that for these clowns and these racists and all these other people, man. But I had a great time. You know what? At first I was like, man, I'm freaking tired. Coach called me. Y'all wouldn't even believe. I thought it was still Wednesday, man, because I got a new job and with school and stuff. But I was like, you know what? You gotta come on. So anyway, I appreciate all y'all. I love you, and have a great night, and until next time.
Good night,
Peace out.
guys.